Malaysia's newly elected Prime Minister Mahathir Mohamad said on Friday that the country's monarch has indicated he was willing to grant a full pardon to jailed politician Anwar Ibrahim immediately. The Southeast Asian nation's political landscape has been shaped for nearly 2 decades by a bitter feud between Anwar and Mahathir, whose decision to sack Anwar as his deputy sparked an opposition movement, Reformasi, or reform, in 1998. But in 2001, Mahathir abandoned the long-ruling Barisan Nasional coalition and joined Anwar's opposition alliance to fight at a scandal-hit former Premier Najib Razak. It is going to be a full pardon, which means not only pardoned, but he is released immediately, and after that he will be free to participate fully in politics, Mahathir told Reporte a day after he was sworn to office, following his alliance's shock win in Wednesday's election. At 92, he is the world's oldest elected leader. Mahathir said the king indicated he was willing to pardon Anwar immediately. A full pardon by the king would mean Anwar can return to active politics before the election. Mahathir had said he would step down and give the Prime Minister his post to Anwar when he is pardoned. He has said Anwar's wife, Wan Ismail, will be the Deputy Prime Minister in his cabinet. Report and Anwar's support were gathering outside a hospital in Kuala Lumpur where he is recovering from a shoulder surgery. His wife also arrived at the hospital, and an alliance source said Mahathir was due to visit later in the day. Anwar was due to be released on June 8, with time taken off his sentence for good behavior. He began a 5-year sentence for sodomy in 2001, a charge he and his support say was politically motivated. Mahathir said he will announce a cabinet on Saturday that would include himself, Wan Ismail, and 10 others, including the Minister for Finance, Foreign Affairs, Defense, and Home Affairs. Whether Anwar will be part of the cabinet or not will be decided when the time comes, he said. Mahathir said initial policies would focus on fulfilling promises made in Alliance's manifesto, including the abolition of a goods and services tax (GST). In the case of foreign affairs, we want to maintain good relations with all countries regardless of our policies, he said. We do not want to favor any country. We want to ensure that the market for Malaysia is as large as possible. Nervous investor Mahathir has vowed to reassure financial markets and return billions of dollars lost in a graft scandal at State Fund One Malaysia Development, EMDB, which was a major factor in the election and in the ouster of Najib. Mahathir's predecessor and former protege, the new Prime Minister, said the country's Attorney General was wrong to clear Najib in the EMDB probe in 2016. He, in fact, has hidden evidence of wrongdoing, and that is wrong in law. We have to do what is permitted by the laws of this country, Mahathir said. Malaysian markets were closed and will reopen on Monday, but these investors were nervous about Najib's ouster after a decade in office. Mahathir said his government would look into measures to stabilize the racket and talk to departments on what could be done. Mahathir, dubbed the father of modern Malaysia during his previous 22 years in power until 2000, son was known for his strong arm, sometimes pugnacious style of rule, marked by an intolerance for dissent, but he was also credited for transforming his Southeast Asian country from a sleepy